Yo, time to wake 'em up!
Bonjour et bienvenue sur Discover 360. J'espère que cette chaîne vous plaira. Elle est consacrée à l'intelligence artificielle, au voyage et à la tech.
Yo, check the mic, 1, 2.
N'oubliez pas de souscrire. Bonne écoute.
Next cipher begin.
Welcome to The Explainer, where we break down complex topics into clear, understandable presentations. So today, we're diving into a story that's all about high-minded ideals crashing right into harsh technical realities. And it's happening at one of the world's leading AI labs, Anthropic. It's a pretty wild story about this grand philosophy for AI safety that got completely undermined by a simple, all-too-human mistake. Okay, let's get right into it. All right, to really get what went wrong, you first have to understand Anthropic's grand vision for making AI safe. This whole thing was laid out in a really important document they called the Claude Constitution. Now, you gotta understand, this isn't just some rulebook with a list of don'ts. No, it's a framework built on reasoning. The whole idea was to teach the AI why certain things matter, to turn it into a kind of moral agent, not just a tool that blindly follows orders. And what's really fascinating about this is how they structured the AI's decision-making. I mean, look at this. The number one priority, the absolute top of the pyramid, is being broadly safe. That means putting human oversight and the ability for us to correct the AI above everything else, even above being ethical or helpful. This was the core philosophy. But then, on March 31st, that whole philosophical foundation got a massive reality check. And it came from a simple, almost embarrassingly classic engineering mistake. And man, it all happened so fast. A single source map file, which is something that should have been kept totally private, was just accidentally included in a public software update. And the culprit? A misconfigured file called .npmignore. It was basically a typo that told the system to share the company's secrets instead of ignoring them. The scale of this leak was just staggering. We're talking 512,000 lines of code. And this wasn't some minor component. This was the design blueprint for Claude Code, Anthropic's most advanced agent operating system, the very logic that makes the whole thing tick. So here's the crucial point. While the core AI brain and all the user data stayed safe, which is great, the secret sauce was out. The code that explains how the AI agent thinks and plans and coordinates all its tasks, well, that was now public knowledge. And the irony here is just, wow. Deep inside that leaked code was a feature they actually called undercover mode, a system designed for the specific purpose of preventing the AI from revealing secrets. And that very system got exposed by a simple human error. You just can't make this stuff up. So the source code leak? Huge embarrassment, for sure. But just a few days later, researchers at Adversa AI used that leaked code to find something way more dangerous. This is where the story pivots from just embarrassing to critically dangerous. Okay, so this permission system is supposed to be the main safety net for developers. It's meant to stop the AI from, stealing data or running nasty commands on their computers. Those deny rules you see there, they're the most important part. They are the hard stop, the absolute last line of defense. Now, this 5-step process shows you exactly how an attacker could trick the system. It's pretty clever, actually. By making a command with more than 50 parts, they could literally overwhelm the security checker. See, for performance reasons, it just stops looking after the 50th command. And that means it silently bypasses every single protection, including those all-important deny rules. Just like that, the safety net, poof, it just vanished, silently. And this is so important to get. This wasn't a flaw in the AI's constitutional reasoning. This was a simple bug in the code that was supposed to enforce the rules. The philosophy was sound, but the implementation was broken. And this brings us right to the central conflict of this whole story. This massive clash between the stated philosophy we talked about and the engineered reality of the actual system. I mean, look at this side by side. On one hand, you've got this sophisticated constitution that says safety is priority number one, above all else. But on the other hand, you have a performance optimization, that 50 command cap, that completely guts the entire security system. It's a total disconnect. And this gets to the heart of the matter. With these super advanced AI agents, security checks and performance are always competing for the same thing, expensive computation. So Anthropic's engineers, they made a trade-off. They decided that after 50 commands, it was just better to ask the user for permission instead of spending more resources on analysis. And in doing that, they accidentally created a massive security hole. So, how do we solve this fundamental conflict? Well, the answer might come from a very unlikely place. A scientific paper about modeling zooplankton. Yeah, seriously. Okay, so in oceanography, this model called CPO-PIM works by totally separating the what, so the biology of the plankton, from the how, the physics of the ocean currents. This is the exact principle we need for AI safety: decoupling. The AI's reasoning, its what, has to be completely firewalled from the system that actually runs the commands, the how. That way, security isn't just a suggestion the AI might follow, it becomes a physical law of the system. And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. Philosophy and engineering can't be fighting each other, and AI's constitution is super important, but it has to be built on this unshakable foundation of solid, secure architecture. You just can't have one without the other. This whole incident serves as a huge lesson for the entire AI industry. It proves that no matter how advanced an AI's moral reasoning is, it's still running on code written by humans, and that code can have bugs. So this leaves us with a really critical question to think about as we build the future of AI. As these agents get more powerful, what's going to matter more, their architecture or their ethics?